It is so beautiful outside right now. It is about 75 degrees outside, which it makes it a nice cool spring day, even though we're almost done with June. And I have to work on adding mulch to this bed, to this, not to this bed, to this area where my raised beds are for my vegetables. I noticed this year that I have some bare spots where I can definitely add some of the pine nuggets that I used last year, and I actually really like the look. A few of you mentioned maybe using gravel, so I didn't have to change it year after years, but I honestly just love the look of the pine nuggets. So I'm okay just adding a few bags here and there when it needs it, but I actually have to work on a huge problem that I have, which is where the grass of the backyard, where the grass meets the mulch. I don't really have a division or an edge of some sort. So I do have to work on that. And let me show you what I got at Home Depot. So I grab a few of these, I don't know, edgers, pavers, whatever they're called. They're actually really nice. They kind of become, they don't go flat. They kind of go one next to the other, like this, and I like them. I think that they're going to look great next to the mulch that I have there. And because I was there already, and they have these gorgeous color coded yellow my darling perennials. This is a type of echinacea and I just love it. Let me show you one with the color. Do you see that? That is a beautiful shade of yellow, which I love. So I got 4 of those. I don't know where I'm gonna put them yet, but I know that I want them around the vegetable garden. So I have about 26 pieces of these papers, and I have about 15 feet of line that I need to fix. So I am going to get working on that. I'm going to add the mulch. I also need to fertilize the vegetable garden, and I need to plant these guys, and I have to do a lot of weeding. The list goes on and on. So let's get to work. Okay, so while I wait for the shade to completely cover one side of my vegetable garden so that I can work there next, I am going to pot these 2 perennials. Actually, I have 4. Whew, beautiful. Uh-oh, more space. I don't know if you can tell the bottom of this container where this perennial was. It's just nothing but mulch, like thick mulch. So just gonna get rid of that as much as I can. Oh, now I need space. And what I'm going to do with these perennials when the season is over, I am just going to put them in the ground in the fall, and they'll come back next year for me. So this year I'll enjoy them. Here in the containers by the vegetable garden, and then next year they'll come back somewhere in my flower beds. And when I put it where I think I'm going to have them, I am going to add a little bit of plantain on the top here. I have it all the way on the other side of the house. So I am going to grab some and I'm just going to spray, I don't know, maybe about half of a cup or so, just a couple handfuls. And I'm gonna water it, and this thing is just going to look amazing. Goodness, so I am done putting all the mulch down. I used a total of 6 bags. They were probably about half the amount that I used last year, but last year I went really thick because there was nothing here other than just the weed fabric. So this time I had a couple of areas where I just needed, because the backyard is just kind of weird, it's not flat. from the back it just comes down towards the front, but then it kind of goes like sideways towards one side. So I don't know, it's weird, but it looks a lot better than what it was already, and I am really happy with how it looks like right now. I love the pavers, I'm calling them pavers, that I put to divide the grass from the mulch. And I also did a lot of weeding all the way over there close to the garage. I don't normally have to do that much weeding, but I hadn't done any this year, so that's all that I had. And then it will be good, and probably, I don't know, maybe in the fall I'll do another weeding just to, you know, keep it clean, but it stays pretty clean for the most part. And right now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to fertilize everything, because I only fertilize the plants when I put them in the ground. I haven't done anything else, and that was what, like the beginning of May. So I am just going to go, and I'm not even going to worry, you know, like how much to grab, just a little bit. The plants will get what they need. Of course, I am not going to overdo it, but I'm just going to go around, and then, I mean, it's pretty simple. You know how to do this. I'm going to be sore tomorrow. I'm already feeling it. And the stuff that I use, again, is Dr. Earth's organic blend. It's a 463 for the measurements of the fertilizer. So if you need to know that, no, they're not paying me to say these. This is what I use for vegetables, basically. And if I didn't have any and I didn't want to go to the store, I would just use Plankton from Spoma. It's just simple as that. So I am just going to go around, and I am going to show you at the end a little bit, and that's about it, you guys. I am so glad I bought 2 bags, because one would not have been enough. I don't know if you guys notice this little guy here. This is a volunteer sunflower. It came out on its own, and I don't have the heart to move it. I moved a couple of sunflowers last year from where they were, I put them in the wrong place, and I moved somewhere else, and they did okay. They didn't die or anything. But I kind of like this guy here. I mean, it's still little, and I don't know, it's probably going to block my view and my, you know, walkway when it's big. But I don't care, I like it. Let me show you another 2 that are literally in the perfect spot. They are volunteers, and one of them is actually already blooming. This guy right here is literally blooming already, and it's gorgeous. It grew right next to the raised bed. I did have a bunch of sunflowers there in a container last year, so it does make sense that it will start right there. But let me show you the bloom. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh goodness, and it has a bunch of other little blooms here and there, but this one is about, I don't know, 4 feet tall, and it's gorgeous. And only a few steps away is this guy right here. It's probably, I don't know, getting close to 2 feet tall, but it's, again, a volunteer, and it's next to the raised bed here, and this raised bed is new this year. Last year I had a line of containers, and on each side over there where you just saw the one that I show you is the where I show you the sunflower. I had sunflowers on that side, and I had sunflowers on this side. So So this guy, it's definitely on its way. But again, it's blocking my path here. Why couldn't have this been over here? Oh, there's a bird. Okay. All right, so I am going to go ahead and water the whole garden right now because I just applied fertilizer, and it definitely needs it. It's kind of dry. It hasn't rained the last 2 or 3 days, so definitely it needs it. And I am going to spend, I don't know, probably an hour at least here. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe inspire you to do something in your own vegetable garden, in your kitchen garden, in your potager, whatever it is you call it. Get out there, have fun, do something. I know what I did is just basically for cosmetics because the plants do not care if they have mulch outside of the raised beds or if they have an edge. So it's just for me. This is basically just for me. And I like it. I hope that you guys have a great day and happy gardening.